Welcome, everyone. Last time, on Beginning of the End, Wither and Aurkrys went on a lovely field trip to an underground plantation and talked about things both material and philosophical. Happened to also run into Near there, who was researching plants for his own personal interest. Aurkrys met with Other and reached some manner of understanding with him. Decided not to, prepared to, but decided not to go through with hiring some goons to beat his ass. Um, patched up the wound on his hand a little and established that others' priority is allegedly, and this seems to be truthful as far as Aurkrys could discern. Others' priority is looking out for the interests of Thessia, and as long as that's not going to come into conflict with Aurkrys, there shouldn't be a conflict between the two of them. And speaking of Thessia, she went down to assess the situation at the last family-held mine of the Baetalus, the same mine in which this all started, and found that it's still fit for purpose with some new tunnels dug to circumvent areas that are now entirely choked with the breath. She found what was basically a lake that had formed of breath that was leaking in from the exterior of the plateau, and chose to bottle a little bit of it in a stone-shaped container of her own creation. And then immediately get high on her own supply after discovering something slightly disturbing. That it seemed there near the epicenter of a lot of the quakes that had shaken the area, she found a rune of Thale inscribed in chalk on the cave wall. And so, using the breath, she nigh effortlessly created the tunnel bypass that she had in mind that might have otherwise taken days of work. But as is often the case, lost touch with reality for a bit, and when she came to, Thessia had taken it upon herself to do some intensive redecorating of the High Shaper's office at the College of Alteration, while the High Shaper was there, just doing work late into the night. And allegedly, Thessia was unresponsive for hours as she shaped the interior and reshaped it again and again. And the High Shaper, Ninarel, also witnessed her deliberately take out the remainder of the breath that she had contained and mainline it to give her another boost of power. And naturally, given recent events, this was of some concern. And a brief but tense discussion followed once Thessia had regained control of her conscious faculties that culminated in Ninarel deciding to expel her from the college, revoke her right to use the rune. And from there, kind of in a little bit of shock, Thessia wandered away. And I think it only makes sense for us to pick up and establish where does Thessia go from here? It's sort of it's just before dawn. It's at that kind of the dusk at the beginning of the day. And you have well, now you really have all the time in the world to think about your situation, because you won't be needed at work anytime in the foreseeable future.
Yeah. I guess. Well, I was supposed to meet up with Aurkrys about doing that
At
little.
some point, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would. I think Thessia immediately is like, I need a distraction. I need to do something
Hmm.
and feel
Does
accomplished.
not want to go home currently.
No, because she has no idea how she would explain that
Hmm.
quite yet.
All right. Well, in to synchronize the timelines here, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, strictly speaking, Aurkrys would be meeting other around now. We don't know when Aurkrys goes to look at plants with Wither, but that doesn't necessarily have any immediate bearing on this aspect of the situation. So let's say that has already happened, because I don't want to have to go back in time.
Yeah.
Um, and so in that case, Thessia, you'll probably be made to wait for a bit, since you were planning to do it in the daytime. Do you do anything waiting? Does Thessia have a thing that she can do or has ever done when she is just she doesn't want to go home? There's nothing else she can do, and the city is quiet.
I guess if that's the case, I think she'd just go to her tower and start the process of making Xenion space just for them.
Okay.
Because she's like, I might as well be somewhat productive and get that ball rolling.
Let's see.
Also, check up on
Spanish.
Halkides and be like, hey.
Hey, I'm having a weird one. How about you?
It's like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I've been sleeping in your
Looks-
tower for like 2 days.
All right. Then I'm just gonna, I guess you'll be presumably shaping a new space, but even so, I'm gonna start you off. We'll just set you here. You return to the tower. There's perhaps something, you could call it ironic, maybe frustrating, though I won't dictate how your character feels about it. You just did your newest and perhaps most impressive feat of shaping to date, crafting a marvelous, well-appointed chamber for the most enlightened and knowledgeable being in all of Skan, and it's not this one. You did that somewhere else that you then got kicked out of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah.
It's like making you can what you can do is you can start making like hardware graffiti.
Try and clean that up.
You're just gonna start reshaping the city itself.
I mean,
It always looks nicer.
I mean, we're off to a pretty okay start with this. Yeah. I think before she starts working on that room, she can't turn her brain off because, she's frustrated because one of the other things that she's thought about is like, oh, if I'm not at the university anymore, what am I going to do about Etria? Because like that was a part of our deal. Was
Yeah. That was very much central to the value that you posed to her.
So kind of
hard to know how much word is gonna get around, since there are downsides you can imagine to Ninarel being very specific about what has transpired, but it's Certainly, as time goes on, it's not going to be possible to disguise the fact that you're no longer going to the college, if indeed you no longer go to the college.
Yeah.
This is sort of your only place now.
Yeah. I think Thessia is now just kind of thinking, I unfortunately yet again have to prove my value, which is getting old for her.
You're also physically quite tired because you just passed an entire night without actually sleeping, and the fatigue that the burst of energy you get from the breath seems to leave you with afterward is present once again, just as when you made the tower to begin with.
Then I guess maybe what she'll do is she'll just grab a couple of tablets, just random ones, and sit down in her nice chair and read them until she falls asleep and is ready to go meet with Aurkrys. Thessia is not good with this sort of a problem, and she's realizing that more and more when it's change that she can't control. She doesn't know how to respond immediately. So she just keeps on finding distractions and continues down the well, there must be some solution here. I just need to find it first. And so she's just going to start digging through these tablets to see if there's any knowledge to be gained, but perhaps not.
You want to look for anything in particular?
She's just looking for any discussion regarding runes or even just familiar names, because she's still writing on the belief that these might be just stream of consciousness, like just thoughts. And one of her hopes is well, if I can't find anything that's useful for using runes, maybe someone had information on an individual that she could use now. It's a long shot, but at least it's something to preoccupy herself.
All right. Just go ahead and give me a good old D20 luck roll. See if you can find what you're looking for in a timely fashion. Or if you will have to settle for Peanuts, the comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
And the metaphorical, small quantity.
Well, you find some peanuts.
Oh. 20 silver piece, I don't know. 20 it's hard to make that joke because Scon doesn't have an official currency.
Right.
$20 can buy many peanuts. Let's see. 13. Perhaps a portent of your luck to come?
No kidding.
Let's see.
It's not a roll to do, so I don't get my tower power.
No, yeah. Yeah, Thessia, you kind of shamble from shelf to shelf for a bit. Forearms wearily hanging at your side as you peer at each tablet in sequence, hoping to find essentially randomly something that could be of some use to you right now, or at least a distraction. 13 and a possible 20.
A little above average.
A little above average. You look for things to do with you said you were looking for things to do with
runes in general. I mean, it'd be great if it happens to be Thale. And if any names pop out, just because maybe it could lead down a little rabbit hole of just maybe just some random rumor or bullshit someone thought of someone. Literally just I could use some gossip right now. Just anything.
You find something that it takes you a bit to process from the context, but you see the rune of Thale show up in the body of the text, and so you grab that one and start reading through it, and none of the tablets really properly identify where the train of thought is beginning or ending, or whose it even is, but you read for a bit, and it recounts etching the rune in a large, flat expanse of jet. And pressing a hand to it and seeing if they could make waves. Because they had been told once about something called an ocean. That was water that goes on forever. And it was difficult to imagine such a thing, but they imagined it might look something like that. A large, near black expanse, flecked with small bits of light falling on it from above. And just as the fog kind of rolls and ripples, they imagined the water just sloshing back and forth like the water in a tub. And they wanted to try and make it happen with the rune. Smack their hand down, and just the tiniest ripple, if even that. And it was frustrating. And another hand placed itself on top of theirs, and they pressed down together, and it sent out a magnificent ripple that ran the full length of this mass expanse of stone before it settled into a flat shape again. And it takes you until almost the halfway point of this to realize this is one of your memories. God, it was so long ago. It was from so early in your life that it's a section of memories that you barely even possess anymore. Maybe you were 5 years old, and the hand is the warm and caring hand of your father. He wasn't even teaching you formally yet. This was just daddy-daughter time. And that was the floor of another of your family's estates. One that you no longer possess. And you wonder if it's still there. That floor. And in the midst of this, you can feel yourself beginning to drift off to sleep.
That's very nice. I think there is like a moment of just like sorrow of like, how could I forget that? That was like probably the start of me really getting into all this and forgetting an important moment with her father. But there is also this pain of just like, God, again, we just keep losing. The Banalist family keeps losing, even though we try so hard.
Nothing good ever happens to the Banalists.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a bit of like self-pity and frustration that kind of fully takes over before she fully zonks out.
Why don't you go ahead and roll to die for me? We can see where is your brain as you drift off, and where will it be when you awake?
I mean, that makes sense. She is pretty emotional at this point in time.
Yeah. Your eyes flicker and you realize you've reread the same line a couple times, and they flicker again, and sometime later flick open, and it's it's just as dark as it ever is down here. There's no morning light to greet you, but you can tell you feel different. Your body still feels heavy, but it's the heaviness of having slept rather than needing to sleep. Some time has passed. How much you're not sure, but it must surely be the next day by now.
Yeah. I think she fully stands up out of her chair and she takes the one tablet that was her own memory, and I think she actually just like keeps it behind the lack for a better term, throne. Because she's like, that one's a keeper. Let's not lose that one again. And she descends her tower. She's like, I gotta figure out what time it is. I'm sure Mom is freaking out. I'm sure Xenion is freaking out. Depending on how much time has passed, she just has no clue.
Well, are you going to take the walk of shame home, or are you now going to go ahead and meet where Aurkrys asked to meet you?
I guess it'll depend on if it's a better time to go meet up with Aurkrys or to meet up with if I should meet up with family first. Like for like the time would be available.
Well, after you emerge from the tower and trek your way back closer to the surface. Actually, I'm curious. Do you take the... I mean, you're not really in a civilized part of the underground, so there's not a official correct route to take, but do you take the more normal, usable, walkable one, or do you scuttle up the entire hole like a crab to go straight to the surface?
I mean, fuck it at this point. I'll be a weird little crab.
Okay. You, your claws rake into the stone, and you hurtle upwards through this perfectly spherical shaft that you created through your own will, and light begins to reach you from above. And when you do emerge, sort of to your, I don't know, relief or disappointment, or both, perhaps, it's much less of a stir than the first time. The hole is not completely patched over, but it is now, it is no longer really a dangerous area. Business has fully resumed in this part of the works, and the crowd is bustling so much that it's not clear if anyone even quite notices and clocks that you just hauled yourself up out of the hole. And it is, it is near midday, actually, which makes sense. You probably didn't fall asleep until dawn.
Yeah.
So Aurkrys will, if you go home first, you will probably be keeping him waiting. You can still do that, but that is what you would infer from the time of day.
I don't want to keep Aurkrys waiting. I think Thessia uses this as an excuse to just like keep distant from the family for now, as she like is still figuring out what she wants to say, because she can't just like tell them, oh yeah, everything's fine at the university. It's like, yeah. So
Here,
I believe Wither's also going to be there, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I thought that's what was going to happen.
I thought so.
I don't remember if Aurkrys specified whether he wanted Wither or not, but I don't see any reason to be like, no, the party must remain as split as possible. You don't get to play.
I mean, that's also my brain spaces. I'm like, I wanna be with my crew.
Yeah.
What was this meeting about? It's been a few weeks.
This was, you had asked for Thessia's assistance because you wanted to go back to the disused tenement in the Crown you tracked other to.
Okay, indeed. I don't know if Wither was gonna go to that, but if you want them there, sure. I don't fucking know.
If you want to tag along,
I'm trying to think if I had anything else I was gonna do in particular. Let me check. You know what? I'll go with you and I'll stand outside. I'll stand outside and people watch and pretend to be normal.
Just standing outside the door, so like when other walks by is like, "Hey, Wither, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm supposed to make sure you don't go inside where my friends are." "What?"
What? Oh, damn it.
"Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that." Pulls out
so
sawed-off shotgun.
Obviously they're not gonna do that, obviously.
Wither, I've got an important task for you.
Yes, what?
Keep people out of the building. Say it's for God reasons.
If that's the case, then maybe they'll just wander around like the neighborhoods around there and see if they can see anything interesting.
Let's meet you up first. Thessia, you make your way up through the tiers, high up to the city, and ironically, I mean, this isn't too far from home anyway.
Yeah.
And yes, you see Aurkrys and Wither waiting outside a you haven't walked this specific way in quite a while, but there's something a little. You feel like you used to walk here. You can't immediately place why exactly. That's you have a bit of familiarity with the immediate surrounds.
Huh. Is I lack for a better term, just because I'm in yellow right now, despite my red aura. Is it like an emotional connection or more just like I remember this?
It feels nostalgic.
Okay. Interesting.
This little neighborhood.
Thessia kind of walks on up, and you can see kind of a forced smile. "Hello."
Late night?
Yeah. A rough start.
Anything that I can assist with?
I would hate to burden you more, but I think it's only wise to keep you up to date. I went to my family's mine, the last one that they have, in the hopes of maybe procuring a cleaner path to deeper in to get more gems and things of the sort. I tried a bit more breath, and it worked like a charm to get the path rolling, though I was, I guess, careless with it. I don't even really know how it all happened. I pulled myself all the way to the College of Alteration, and I manipulated the room around Ninarel, and she has removed me from the university.
Oh, you're serious?
I don't know what I would gain from lying to you. The main reason I even got to that point was, upon investigating the mine further, it would appear that the structural integrity had been sabotaged. Someone had used a rune of Thale down there.
Well, that's interesting.
My thoughts exactly, though I have no lead.
Well, if what you say about the incident at the college holds true, and wasn't just a fever dream brought on about by the breath, which could happen, shrug, you will have nothing but time to investigate.
That's...
Why is the Thesiopod glowing red? Hang on.
There we go. I think I was so tired physically. I just... Ooh.
I am in two colors.
Red Pog in the morning. It's Sailor's Warning.
Sailor's Warning.
Ketchup and mustard, Thesia. She kind of shrugs. Yes, I'm already in the process of figuring out how I am to explain this to my family. But you are correct. I will have plenty of time to do as I please. And also help others, like today.
Well. All right. I suppose this matter seems rather small in comparison to that. However, what do you please?
She kind of crosses her arms. I would like to assist you. I said I
Very
would,
well.
and I'm going to maintain that.
Well, I am overjoyed to hear that.
So, what exactly are we doing?
I may have mentioned that I took the opportunity to follow Other.
Yeah.
And I found the place he was. I don't know if he was staying there in any sort of permanent basis, but it is the place that he set up as being a drop-off for some sort of form of communication with someone. Now, I can be a bit of a paranoid individual, it has been said. And so, I merely wanted to make sure that our new confidant wasn't reporting on us to someone like Etria.
Yeah, that's the last thing I need right about now.
Indeed.
I'm optimistic no, because I feel like, considering he has found the tower, I feel like I would have made contact with Etria at this point.
Indeed.
She is not the most important person.
No, she is not.
City.
There is another.
An other, if you will.
Another other. And so, I wished to investigate the building a bit more.
Very well.
And utilizing someone who is capable of maybe spotting hollow walls and secret rooms and things of that matter will be of great assistance.
I'll certainly see what I can do.
Very well. We should be off then.
And she'll follow after.
And is Wither following as well?
Probably not. They will, like I said, probably just wander the neighborhood around. Because I think it's been a while since they've been at this part of this height of the city.
Yeah, I don't think
their perspective on things has changed a little since the last time. So,
not since the tribunal, probably.
But they will be in the neighborhood, so to speak.
All right. Well, let's see. Well, for Thesia and Aurkrys's part, Aurkrys, you lead Thessia over to the exact tenement that you were examining the other day. And as you get closer, Thessia, go ahead and give me a roll to do, and your yellow is fine for this.
Sure.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah. The nostalgia sort of crystallizes and hardens and triggers a more specific memory. That's right. You haven't actually been here in person in a long time. You were here, oh god, how long has it been? Maybe when you were a teenager? You stayed around here for a little bit. This is another smaller secondary estate that used to be in the Betalis family's name. And you haven't been here for a long time because a few years after the most recent time you were here, it was taken from your family and given to House Palaiokaios, who, to the consternation of particularly your mother and grandfather, appeared to have no interest in using it for anything. They jumped at the chance to get it after it was taken from your family, sort of as a trophy of war between the two of you. And so this beautiful marble and gold estate has been empty for probably 10 years at this point. People below your social station would do a lot to have a place like this. Perhaps kill for it. That's the turn of phrase I was going to go for. And it seems that the patriarch of the Palaiokaios thought it was terribly funny to have it and not even need to use it, just to underscore the fact that you didn't have it anymore, your family.
Aurkrys, I think you see Arthur clenched fist meme, but twice. Just like stares at this house. And you're certain he's been hiding here?
In this building, yes. Why?
Well, this was once upon a time under the Betalis name, and Palaiokaios took it, and they have let it rot ever since.
Well. Then logic would dictate that other master would be someone in House Palaiokaios. Excellent, we don't even have to break in. I guess our question then becomes, to what end?
Which is why we need to go in.
You, no doubt. Well, in that case, we should probably get low, and I will follow your lead.
She nods. And because it has been a bit, but like, I do understand the like general layout of the building. Would I know of a place to enter that would be most away from prying eyes, but still like a decent point for us to enter that wouldn't be like a true dead end or anything of the sort? Like we would have options to explore the building.
Well, the specific building that within the estate is sort of right on its periphery. Aurkrys has indicated to you a tenement that was servants' quarters. And many of the rooms, because it is set into the wall of the estate, A lot of the rooms that traditionally would have windows don't. There are, let's see, yeah, I can consult. After the previous time, I was like, I should probably make a little map just in case.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's the set of doors, which, similar to how Aurkrys found them originally, are not, uh, are not locked or barred, but are instead very slightly ajar. And then there are 3 windows. There's 2, one on either side of the door, and one more a little further down that you think probably would open into probably a larger room inside the servants' quarters. So perhaps the quarters that would have been reserved for like the chief footman, or perhaps a more prestigious servant like a scrivener who might have been staying with the family at this estate.
Okay. Vesia turns to Aurkrys. How did you enter last time? Did you just go through the front door, or?
I did.
I mean,
I think that's what I did.
You did, yes. You found the front doors were indeed, they weren't locked or barred. They were just somewhat stuck up in what you sort of concluded was probably an attempt to discourage people from just wandering in, but to not draw attention, since the estate's not in use and shouldn't be guarded or locked, etc.
If there are windows, I assume they're not like glass pane windows, and they're more just like holes in the building to let air through, as would be the. I mean, maybe we do glass, but
typically there are there's not a pane of glass per se, but there's usually one light set of curtains that are just to provide a little obscurity, and then a heavier set that are more akin to blackout curtains for that are the closest to closing the window that people typically do.
Okay.
And you can see that there are dark green, entirely heavy curtains drawn on the inside of all 3 of the windows at present.
So we could probably just like wander in through a window.
Yeah.
Make less noise that way.
Yeah. I figure let's just go through like that main room, that scrivener room, and then kind of loop around the rest of the building.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. Okay, in that case, let me. Yeah, we'll do like that, and then I need to do this. And so in that case, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and phase you out of existence here.
Oh.
Nope.
Hope I don't.
Mr. Aurkrys, I don't feel so good.
Turns into fog.
Yeah.
Mr. Aurkrys, my stummy.
And Wither. Let's see. So you're just are you gonna kind of keep watch, or are you just gonna wander around and take in the vibes?
I think they'll do a bit of both. At the beginning, they keep watch. Obviously, they don't make it obvious, to the extent that a Wither is capable, of course. But, due to their very nature, they are allowed to just kind of wander around these areas unimpeded for the most part. So for the first little bit, they'll probably just, look around the house and the 2 or 3 houses around this one. And then if nothing seems abnormal, then they'll let the wind take them away.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll to die and figure out where you're at for headspace?
What?
Oh, right. I forgot. Maybe it looks like maybe you didn't do this, but at the previous session, you can restore one of your wounded attributes.
All right, keep it together, everybody. Keep it together. Let's
had, enough time.
restore my green.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and hit that restore button. Whoop.
Normal.
And now go ahead and give me a roll to die.
Thank you. I think we will stick with this one right now.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're still a little
no.
shaky on our green.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Still a little.
I have to go. I'll be right back. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, there's ample vibes around here that you could try to soak up if you're in black for sure. After Aurkrys and Thessia sort of take a look around the perimeter of this tenement before finally selecting a window off to the side and quietly parting the curtains and slipping in. You don't see anything that strikes... Well, no, hang on. Go ahead and make a roll to do.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You were saying?
You see everything. It was all a setup. JFK...
He had a sneeze.
He held the sneeze when he... we have so many wonderful new jokes. Yeah, so Wither, you watch quite attentively for a while, and in your current state, besides watching with your eyes, you're also acutely attuned to whether there's any interest, suspicion, or guilty, evasive thoughts from anyone in the immediate vicinity. And you put your finger to the wind, so to speak, and feel the currents. And you don't detect any untoward interest in this location or your friends, associates, companions, people that you spend time with.
Mm-hmm.
So probably you can allow yourself to drift to the wind.
Yeah.
Let me
will,
see.
unless you have something in mind, and even better if this aligns with it, they will go in the direction if they get any sense of something that is trying to hide.
Ooh, okay. Let me think. Checking real quick. Are you still up, Austin?
I believe so.
Okay.
Sounds like he is, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can give you something interesting here.
Everything you do is interesting, Aram.
Aw.
Put you in a museum.
Gain 1 experience.
Preserve you in formaldehyde.
I think
for
you're
future
great too.
generations.
I don't care for brown
Lose 7
nosing.
experience.
Lose 1 experience.
Oh, the Bayless family.
No! We can't afford it, you monster!
This is why you're the Beta-less family, not the Alpha-less family.
What?
Damn those Sigma-less. Why are they always stepping on it?
Oh my god, this sucks.
Hey gang, I don't think I want to be in this game. Let's see. I'm looking at I'm looking and I'm schmucking, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Don't hurt your thinking machine.
This is where you are right now. Is there anyone trying to hide something? I'll tell you this. If you tune your senses to that, probably the first thing you pick up is, because we haven't established that your powers can do this in a strict gift mechanical sense, but you did something like this before when you examined the vial of breath that someone had slipped into Thessia's desk. which was that you tried to read the intention from the object.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you this, the first thing you pick up, because you rolled real high on that roll to do, is that someone certainly intended and possibly still intends to hide something in this building that Aurkrys and Thessia have just entered.
Mm-hmm.
That is the major intention that hangs upon the place.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that could be fun. Sure. Yeah. As you wander the area, you detect an intent of duplicity, of concealment. Someone has that intention. Someone or someones, it's not entirely clear. And they are... Yes, they're in... You can feel your body getting a little tug in a direction. Will you wander?
Sure, we'll wander.
Okay. And yeah, this will be fun. Let me grab my crown map. See if we've got extra versions of the PCs hanging around on here. No, it looks like we're clear for once.
Yeah, we're introverted people.
Yeah. Okay, and let me just scoot a couple people around. Here, I'll throw us to the loading screen, quote unquote, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this, and then, yeah, we'll just boop, and then we're gonna do that, and this, and let's set you to this, and set you to, what would it be? I guess this right now. All right. Think we're good. Zoom way the fuck in and load the map. Set the view position here and let's go.
Plops with her down in the middle of a Toys R Us.
Uh-oh.
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 That giraffe is up to no good.
Ooh, what are you hiding?
There we go.
That 99% is a bitch.
Oh, right. I forgot the W stands for will, not wither. There we are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's up these steps across this lovely fountain
Ooh,
in a little
how
park.
beautiful.
There's the quiet chatter and the occasional laughter of people enjoying their day out.
Ooh.
And somewhere, it's further ahead, somewhere behind, somewhere... Yeah, there's some schemes occurring. As you make your way up the steps into this this little stone rest area, you spot them.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You hear for normal hearing, this would not cut through the chatter, but for you, following this the scent of intent and emotion, the whispers of these two are much louder than any of the surrounding noise. You can't quite make out the words until you get closer, but there was never any doubt. They are the source of what you were feeling. And you see, I'm trying to remember, so you very recently met this young man.
I think I met Far once briefly. I don't know if I met her in person or just in passing
You
when
were
she
in
walked
the
up to
same
Aurkrys.
scene, technically. She happened to be around when, God, the second of now 3 incidents with Thessia, when she surfed up to the top of Gaia's spearhead in the geode. Far was out with a friend and observed the confrontation as the religious authorities were going about it. So you've seen this girl before, but never really been introduced. And this young man, you've seen interact with Aurkrys, who called him Near.
Wither is looking at these people, and they get a weird like a little spark in the back of their brain, a little memory back to something that was said, and they start turning it over in their head, trying to figure out what it is. Now, whether or not they'll get to that conclusion, that remains to be seen. But there's something here.
Now you can see they're sort of huddled together behind this hedge, sat on the ground facing one another, and there are a number of tablets sitting on the stone between them, and in turns they're sort of pointing at one, turning it around, reading, and Near takes out his all-word, little ring with all of the basically the little printing blocks for the Scani language, and is printing some things onto a tablet that is not yet fired. Wait, you're sure about this one? Yes, of course, I'm sure. All right. Oh, hang on. The girl sets down the tablet she was holding, and kind of gathers her jade-colored robe up around her and stands up and walks over to you. Do you mind? We're kind of in the middle of something back here. It's very private, very intimate. It's not. He goes back to working on the tablet.
We do not mind what.
Kind of cocks her head to the side. Oh. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, do you mind, like, going somewhere else for a while? Like, we can also move, but I'll be honest, I don't want to. We've got a nice little bit of shade here.
Is it a secret? Can we help?
Can you help? Wow, so accommodating. I thought Twiceborn were always asking other people for help.
People do not wish to help us very often. We have found.
Bummer. Well, can you help? Wow.
Back.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
is everything okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a poopy.
We've all been there.
From your tone of voice before, I was like,
it was a disaster incoming. That's why I said it.
I was like, it's probably either that or like something semi-urgent is happening in the house that's like safety threatening. So I was like, okay.
Or one of the several times that you've hurt yourself while we're playing a game. You're like, oh, I just chopped off my finger.
Hang on a second. I'll be back. Well, goodness, you're a twice-born. Does that mean you're not, like, sworn to secrecy or anything, right? You can just tell people
No.
stuff that I tell you? Is that how it works?
Yes.
I'm not sure how much help you're gonna be to us, unless... Well, I guess... if you want to vouch for us in future, maybe? Like...
Me.
Yeah, you can be a witness that this never happened.
Why do you speak like that?
I'm sorry?
Are you asking a question?
Tilts her head to the side again.
You are speaking in a way we do not... Continue.
Okay, weird. Yeah, so... I'm not sure if this is... I'm not sure if this whole thing is gonna work out, and so, maybe you could be a character witness. You know, just in case anyone happens to get the wrong idea about anything my brother and I might have gotten up to, you
Are you
could...
also going to be on trial? Are we responsible for yet more lives?
I hope not. I'm pretty sure that's... You know, Nier, is this a executable offense? I don't think so. If it is, then I've made some bad choices in my life, he continues, laboring over the tablet. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be anything heavy like that. Just... yeah, just... You know, hang on. That's right, Oh, you were the twice-born at... Oh, yeah, I remember you. Okay. In that case, awesome, yeah. No, you're... I feel like I might have... nah, who am I kidding? I don't remember your name. What's your name?
We don't know.
Okay. Unusual. Well, what do people call you?
We have been called Wither.
Wither. Got it. Okay. Cool. She clasps her hands together. So, Wither, maybe if it comes to it, you would be willing to just, you know, say that you've peered into our hearts and found no wrongdoing, that kind of thing.
Can we try
Can't you try what?
to do as such?
Oh. Neat. Yeah, go ahead. I'm genuinely pretty curious.
Oh. Very well.
I will put out one hand and just place it on the side of her face that has the spectral eye.
Ooh.
Mind crush.
Yeah. You just grab the spectral eye in your hand and take it away. What? I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Wait, what the fuck is that? What did you take from me?
Yeah. Was that my soul? Are you a witch? Okay. So you're going to place a hand on this young woman's shoulder? Or no, you're gonna
On her face.
Yeah, on the side with the okay. She kind of like looks at you a little weird as you move in on her, but she mainly she looks curious more than anything else. And so she doesn't flinch away or anything. She just stands stock still as you lay a hand on the side of her face there. This sort of almost heat mirage neon reflection of her eye blinks along with her and almost seems to flicker for a moment as you place your hand down. So, what exactly are you looking to do here?
I am looking because obviously she's trying to keep something secret. She sees me as an annoyance and only wants to use me for her own benefit in this moment. I think Wither wants to know what it is here that they deemed smart enough to do out in public, yet so secretly that is like something they're half joking about, something that they don't even care.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, go ahead and make a roll to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think... Let's see.
Whoa.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Here, I put her in yellow just so that she'd be dyed the right color, but she didn't actually roll to die before, so I'm gonna have her roll to die here. In the circumstances, which attribute is she actually feeling right now? Probably not that. Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks kind of interesting with the stuff on the side of her face, her
Mhm.
icon there.
Yeah.
All right. Those don't clash since they're both black.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you get the higher roll here. So what are they actually trying to keep secret? She, because you're focused on her, so I'll frame it in her
Mhm.
terms.
Mhm.
She is trying to keep secret. Huh. She is okay with them being seen doing this. What she's trying to keep secret is the exact nature of what is being done. There is a part of her that she does not want to express to people, and doing this little thing that they're doing right now is part of trying to throw people off the trail of that. As to what that is, you kind of see a flash of it for a second, a glimmer of it. And her eyes, it would be too charitable, it would be going too far to say her eyes widen, but they just a bit open a little wider before sinking back to their usual half-lidded state, and immediately the flicker of yellow is gone and replaced with this. Okay, so how's the truth?
We have been wondering how it is possible for one person to be two people. But we look at you and see that you are at least 4.
Wow, that's a lot of people, a lot of bang for your buck. My mom's gonna be happy to hear it. Plus, she kind of raises her hands so that they're almost cupping the neon images that float beside her. Plus, visual theming.
No, we meant that person.
Points to her brother.
Oh, what about him? Thanks!
Interesting. Interesting. We understand. We
You
do
do?
not know the true nature of what it is you were trying to hide
Points at the ground.
amongst these things. But we do know that you are a liar through and through.
Well, that's a little mean.
The truth can be mean, we have found.
Now you're kind of sounding more like a stock religious type, so I'm getting seriously uninterested in continuing this conversation. Anyway, so are you gonna do me the favor, or...
Possibly, if it comes up.
Alright, well, I guess that's the best I'm gonna get. Hey, Nier, I think we probably should move somewhere else. Hang on, I'm pretty much done. Good. Even in the shade, it's getting kind of hot. Let's just, I don't know. Let's get out of here. He starts gathering up the tablets. And then he kind of turns and like processes you for the first time. Oh. Oh. You were with nice to meet you. Kind of, he's holding like one too many tablets to hold comfortably, so he kind of like half skip walks, half waddles off, trying to make sure he doesn't drop any of them, and gets away from you as quickly as he can, makes his way down the steps. Geez, little subtlety, maybe? All right. I see you later, Wither. Hope you're good for it. I'll be pretty disappointed with God if you're not. She catches up with him as they disappear down the steps. She catches up with him, does not take any of the tablets from him, allows him to continue carrying all of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Servitor, we do not know what has just happened.
Well, it looks to me like that one's a bit of a jerk. Not gonna lie.
Oh. We thought it was something we had said.
No. No. I'm sorry to say, even among Gaia's creations, there's an awful lot of, well, awful.
They are children.
Yes. Some children don't grow up, it would seem.
Hmm. Hmm.
A very interesting, perhaps unusual young lady that you could explore the limits of your abilities on, however. She does
Oh,
seem to have layers to her, more than the usual person. But any
yes.
finite number of layers can be stripped away in time.
This is true. But we wonder if we desire what is at the core, if it is useful, or if she is right to keep it hidden. We do not know her. We cannot say.
Well, I think, to put it in terms that perhaps your new friend Thessia would appreciate, sometimes you have to dig deep to find the things of real value, even if a lot of what you find along the way is of none. If not in her, then maybe in someone else, and perhaps you would only find it in someone else if if you had gotten to practice first, you know? Even Gaia does not build things in an instant.
Where does one begin with something like this?
I think you've already begun, if you're asking that question. You're starting to show more initiative, which is good. It doesn't really suit me in my role to tell anyone what to do, just to convey Gaia's will and hope that they act in accordance with it. But it's difficult to do that with people who won't take any steps for themselves. I'm glad that's not what you're like.
Hmm. It must be very important. The reason we are not allowed to know. It must deserve some respect, we imagine.
Well, the unfortunate truth is that there are not simply limits to what I can tell you, there are limits to what even I know. I am not Gaia. I do not hear all her thoughts, just the ones she wishes me to convey. Nor do I hear all the thoughts of the people of Skan. It's an awful clamor. I'm sure you can relate to it. That's why it took me so long to find you on the surface.
Are you saying it is because we are not loud enough?
No. It is, I would say, the fault of the others in this case. There are so many conflicting wills and purposes among people.
We have decided a path. We will find those who are loud, we believe, those who have things they wish to be heard, thoughts, things, feelings that would be more freely given. Does this sound correct?
So you intend to look for people of strong and expressed purposes, wills, and speak on their behalf, or to simply repeat, or to take?
To learn first. It is as Aurkrys said, to take from them, not forever, just to move it, to move the idea. Give it motion when it was still. Yes.
Aurkrys told you that, did he?
Maybe not. Maybe we came up with that conclusion ourselves.
Well, he's full of interesting ideas, that much is for sure. But I think this is... I cannot tell you if it is the right path, but it is certainly a path that will bring you closer to greater things. It's certainly a path that will allow you to use the gifts that Gaia has ordained for you. How can I be of service to you in this way?
We seek those like Thessia, who would teach freely, who would speak freely. Things that should be known. The more we know, the more we can do with it. However, we do not wish to lose sight of things like Peregrine.
Ah. Oh, that's only understandable. We should check on him before long. I'm sure he will
We
awake.
Forged have much to say.
Ah,
Much
Yes,
to
they are.
teach.
they are in an interesting and unique position within the hierarchy of Gaia's beings. Those no longer embodied, yet still of purpose. I must say, I find the nature of their existence somewhat confounding. It's difficult even for me to perceive them as they truly are. For such things, I hope I can rely on you to be my eyes.
We will do what we can.
They turn back towards the direction they came.
And do you think either of those two is someone with something to say?
All they have done is spoken things, even when not asked. Certainly.
True enough.
Damn, whether you got something to say to us?
No, it's just these are the two people I've talked with the most aside from Peregrine, and you guys got plenty of ideas. You guys are always like, I don't like this country. I don't like the way it's built.
Things are different around here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're tweeting again.
This is why I deactivated my account. I can't deal with this shit.
And they will slowly make their way back.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and preload. All right. Thessia and Aurkrys. Let me find some music.
You enter the room and find that you are surrounded.
Yes.
They have guns.
Die.
Guns,
Here,
you
let's
say.
do.
How interesting.
Oh. Dead.
I won't lie. I've been noodling on how to use Thale to create projectiles, and I think I figured it out. Oh.
So, you part the curtains and slip through into a long and you could call it stately, but for the heavy layer of dust. Aurkrys, as you part the curtains and look in, you can see that unlike the main room that you passed through before, the layer of dust here is largely undisturbed by footprints. You can see two small trails through it, as though something was perhaps dragged out of this room, but otherwise, footprints don't enter most of it, which does mean, unless you're going to play a very complex game of the floor is lava, you will not be able to so easily avoid leaving your own footprints. Do you want to do anything about that?
Guess the most fucked up thing I could do is dust the room heavily before I leave.
There's another easy way around that. That would involve Thale.
Cut off your feet.
Yes.
I'll make like a tiny little catwalk that starts where you come in, and then it just hovers over everything.
Might be a little narrow, and if we fuck it up, we'll just fall down, and people are like, what the fuck?
What happened? And also, you just made a bunch of noise. Let me think. So when you say when you say there are two little trails, about how wide and I guess consistent are these trails? Are they the trails of like a chair being dragged across the floor, or are they feet?
They begin over here. And while you couldn't say for certain that that's what they are, the trails of a chair or some similar object being dragged are the first thing that spring to mind for you. There's a few footprints intermixed with them because someone presumably walked in and dragged something out. But they pretty much originate around here where I pinged and then circle around through the doorway and head out to the south.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is like a gargoyle perched up in this window. I'm going to leap across to the carpet.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah. I will follow his lead.
Okay. I don't think you really need to make a roll for that. It's not a great distance. The carpet is plush. It feels like money.
I'll steal it later.
The room in here is, it still has these furnishings, but you can see from how empty and dusty for one, but bare everything is. No one's actually been using this room in perhaps the 10 years this place has lain unoccupied.
Save for whatever was going on over here.
Yes.
And these kind of like strips, are these like actual gold?
Those are strips of gold that are embedded into the marble here.
Use Thale, we'll need that. You'll need that.
I genuinely, yeah, I've been kind of noodling on that because my most recent level up allows me to manipulate metal, and my immediate thought is lifting the carpet like over here and then like scraping up as much gold as I can and then putting the rug back down.
Mm-hmm.
But not right now.
I have no vision, by the way.
Oh, right. Actually, I thought everyone had vision with Thessia from prior setup that I had done, but I guess not. Let me check, Sia. Represents Thessia. Oz, are you able to see and open Thessia's character sheet? Like, do you have view ownership of that? Because you should. Which I guess I thought would also give you vision from Thessia's Pog.
Yeah, I can see her character sheet, but I don't see from her Pog for some reason.
Let me see.
Okay.
Is it like because Wither is here and I don't have... That's like my primary?
Maybe. Yeah, I forgot I put a Wither on here because it wasn't immediately... I didn't know whether you'd be coming with them or not. Let me get rid of that Wither and see if that fixes it. I have killed you?
I still see me.
Reload.
Vision.
Just do the... Oh, wait, whoops. Oh, shit, I can change shapes.
Yo, different ping.
What? Why
There
does
we go.
alt...
I got it. Cool.
Okay.
So why does alt ping make it a triangle?
Did you have to do something for that?
I mean, I refreshed a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I guess it defaults to giving you just you for if you're on the map, but otherwise falls back to something. Okay, well, all right. Now you have vision.
Okay.
You can.
And so I assume now we've got like at least some kind of enough muddle that there can be what's the phrase I'm looking for?
Tell me
That
to
you can
step
step in the footprints.
Yeah, like step in the footprints. Enough doubt can be cast upon whether or not this is how it was when the person first came in.
Yeah, probably from this point on.
Yeah, and where does that trail take us?
So that trail bends around to the east. Aurkrys, you step through the doorway, and you recognize this space. This is where you passed through before, since these
door?
doors are where you entered the
Yeah.
first time. And things don't really appear to have shifted around. The beds contain only the oldest, hardiest plants, and even those are largely dead. They just haven't fully decayed. The fountain in the center of the room here is drained and left behind a bit of stainage from water patterning.
To the east.
And you can hear the faint pitter-patter of still running water from the fountain that you saw last time at the very end of this hallway. To the north here are the 2 rooms.
So, I assume I hid out in the northern one?
The northern one is the one that you found locked from the outside. You hid in the southern one before.
Gotcha. Okay. And I will be very carefully listening for any signs that the building is currently occupied
Mm-hmm.
Or haunted.
by ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a
Living
cursory,
people, actually.
yeah, doing a cursory look. Does it look like anything has been taken from this establishment? Again, it's been years, so like hard to say what has and has not.
Well, the short and simple answer is yes, because all the personal effects were moved out.
The building itself has been taken from your family.
So, for instance, all the shelves are bare, the desks are bare. It looks like some of the furnishings, just judging from their style, might have been holdovers from your family's collection, but a lot of them are more in reddish tones, which suggests they may have been brought in to decorate the place by the Palaikaios family. But it's impossible for you to know what was here when your family owned it, what was here when the Palaikaios moved in, and what might have been moved or disturbed since whoever took up residence here.
Okay.
I'm going to real quick follow whatever little trail might lead to this door and put my ear up to it.
Yeah, Aurkrys, you stop in front of this set of doors, locked and chained from this side, and go ahead and I guess give me a roll to die to start with. Let's see where you're at. We're going. Yeah, that makes sense. This is a potentially dangerous situation. Okay. Yeah, you can use that for this. Go ahead and make a roll to do.
Oh.
You listen carefully. You can't make out anything, but you also feel like the thickness of the door is impeding you, so you are not confident that there is no noise. It's you know for sure nothing loud is happening, but you're not confident you would have caught anything more quiet.
Okay. I will back up and pop in here.
Okay. These doors are not obstructed. Large golden handles. You should be able to just move through if I've done the wall situation correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We just didn't want to like.
Yeah. No. I appreciate it.
Wasn't sure if they needed to be open or not.
Now you come in here. And this is the room you hid out in before, a similarly bare but much smaller bedroom.
Okay. Thessia,
Yes.
how far would you say your senses extend through Thale? Forgive me, I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know the feeling.
That's understandable. An all right distance, not remarkably far, unless I can finally nail the one I've been working on. Thessie's gonna like look down to make sure that there's like anywhere that she could reasonably step without like picking up too much dust or anything of the sort. And then she will gently put a hand on the wall and see if she is able to detect on the other side.
Okay. Let's see. You're yellow. And so are you trying to detect the shape of the stone, or you're trying to detect non-earthen things through the wall?
Just trying to confirm if there is a, like...
If there is any sort of specific movement or anything like that in there.
Yeah. Here I can also, like, do a roll to die. I think now that we're doing this, she's gonna, like, lean more into, like, her studies and knowledge of this rune and being like, okay, how well can I, like, sense through and be like, the mission is to, obviously I won't get specifics, but to confirm that there is something that is making contact with the stone, or at least is moving, that would make contact with it to like detect vibrations.
Okay. Vibrations might be possible. Probably fairly difficult, but you can make the attempt, yeah.
Not a one.
That seems like it would work.
You feel out, and you extend your senses. You can confirm that the room on the other side of this wall is the same shape and dimensions as this one. Similarly windowless. And that's about all you're able to say with certainty.
If you want, I could try to use the Rune of Thale to make a small peephole.
Yes.
She'll place the symbol for Thale, and she will just make a very small peephole in. So, here I go. That's a number.
That's a number. You inscribe the rune, thread a little bit of power through it, and slowly bore a hole by just pushing aside the marble, widening it from the radius of a pinhead to a pea, and finally just wide enough to put your eye up to look through. So let's see.
Because I made a rune, technically 25. I don't know if that's going to be important, but she does get an extra D6 if she
I will
actually,
bear that in mind. Let's see. I might be able to do something fun with with this here. Hang on a second. Rather than just describing, maybe
reveal
I can
like
do
a little
something
triangle.
neat here.
Yeah.
If I do this, and then this,
This and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that.
this, and this. Okay. This is slightly experimental, because I don't really have a good way to test whether this is exactly going to do what I want, but let's see. All right, I hope I don't. I hope I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, if I do... Okay, and then if I just do this... and this... I think then this won't fuck up.
I see
Oh.
shadows playing around.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
It looks like we got it.
Cool.
And then I wonder if I can
Yeah.
scoot
Oh,
around.
that's so cool.
Crawling up onto the.
It's trying to... You can, yeah, you can see... Yeah, it's a marble interior. Looks like there's a carpet on the floor in a similar size and a similar position to the one in this room. You can see, you think maybe something metallic sitting on the floor, something that glints faintly gold, perhaps, and then beside it, just at the edge of your view, you can see links of a chain on the floor.
Oh, that's sick as fuck. What the fuck, bro?
Make another one over here.
Yes. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but
Yes, nephew.
yes, nephew.
Yes.
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but we might have a prisoner of some variety.
Ooh. I mean, oh.
Freak ass.
Thessia will make another rune. Oh my fucking god.
Boom!
Well, well,
I already did blue.
The truth says otherwise in the worst case scenario.
well, you see, the thing about that, Austin, when you roll to invoke your rune-touched power, natural one, no ability may alter
Damn it,
the
you're
result of
right.
the roll.
God, this still hits even if I've already been punished by a color.
Well, it doesn't hit if you choose to wound out your blue.
I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to. Boop.
So let me narrate a bit here. Thessia, you reach out with the power again, and something flares at the back of your brain, like a lone synapse firing suddenly in an unexpected direction with half the power of your brain, and you sort of jerk your hand back like you had just gotten an electric shock as you realize that the breath that you had imbibed before the previous night feels like, even if physically it's not in your system, it feels like it's still, like you had just accidentally drilled into a pocket of it at the back of your brain, and your vision starts to swim for a second, and you know in this moment that the power is gonna start just surging out of you wildly if you don't do something immediately. And so you grip your hand, you wrench it away from the wall, and you just try with all your might to suppress it. And it's almost physically painful. You can feel the tantalizing licks of that godlike delusion tickling your brain in a way that feels so right, but the conscious part of you knows right now you need to lock the fuck in and just be here as Thessia in this moment to stay yourself in control. And you manage to wrestle that part of your brain into submission with great effort, but it almost as if it has gone off and is now sulking that you didn't let it out. It feels like that part of your brain has temporarily deserted your faculties, because as soon as you're confident you're not losing control, you get a flash bit of a pounding headache and suddenly just a real bad case of brain fog.
Thessia shakes her head. Sorry. I'll get it right this time. And takes a deep breath.
Take your time.
Remember, you don't need to roll with an attribute. But I think it's fair, given the experience you just had, and that the clear-headed and thinking-focused part of you has shut off for a moment. Yeah, what is your fallback here?
I think she's like, my brain is failing me. I need to consider myself in the physical moment. Because she keeps losing herself in these, like, dreams of grandeur, and it keeps literally moving her, and she's like, I need to be here. So I'm going
to the material.
Yeah, I'm going to, like, focus on the feeling of the marble on my feet, the feeling of the kind of colder, kind of dusty air here, like really lock into my senses of being a physical presence and lean into that.
Okay.
I will write my little rune again. And then I get to throw a little DC. Jesus, Thessia.
Okay.
So 15.
15?
15? 15?
Yeah.
That's a number.
Okay. Ooh, alright. Well, now I need to... Let's see if I can do the same trick again. Okay. The wall setup here is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we do... like this and this to start with.
Aurkrys is tapping his foot. Are you done yet? It's like, this is a delicate process and my brain almost exploded.
Time. I'm basically lock-picking open a wall. Chill, freak.
You can't do this. Thessia right now pulling the, like, I gotta hold in a sneeze. Hop.
Okay, so we do that there and then...
Yeah, I was trying earlier. I'm like, God, can I get any little bit more?
Okay. This will all be... This is so funny. I could just narrate what you see, but this is really funny to try and do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we do that over to here. Okay, and then I still need... Okay, and then I need this here. No, I don't. Okay, that can go. And then... Okay. Just double checking, make sure I'm not fucking myself over. Okay, I think this will work. So now I get rid of this. And then I get rid of this. Can you see? No, not quite. Here, let me... Oh, yeah, and then I get rid of this.
Okay. Oh, boy. I might have... Okay, well, there's the bed. Fuck.
All right, we've got one more.
I have to fix all of these later.
You can see the bed, and for the sake of simplicity, because yeah, I could like move the hole slightly or whatever, but I will narrate this slightly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see there is a bed sitting on top of the carpet. There's a few pillows piled on it, and you almost overlook them, but among the pillows you can see there's something you initially mistake for one, but actually no. It shifts very slightly. And yeah, that's not. That was a piece of clothing. There is a person in there. They're in the bed. Over to the side of it. It looks like they're currently lying there. But they're not lying perfectly still. You can see what looks like maybe a reddish tone to the body, perhaps a horn. That's about the most you can make out.
Clearly a prisoner of some variety.
How unfortunate would it be if your well, no, because you guys aren't like full on hating each other. I was just like, well, how could I use this? Clearly this person's being held prisoner. And I was like, well, how this seems like the sort of thing that would be useful for blackmail. It would be very unfortunate if House Palaikaios had some sort of strange prison operation going on their property.
I mean, that is pretty damning in and of itself.
Yeah, but like your rivalry with him is very friendly, I'd say, even if it's like he's kind of a jerk. There just might be something you could get out of him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a useful card to have in my back pocket.
But I know the other thing would be to, just take off these fucking Scooby-Doo wall painting eyes and and walk on in and see what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like we're just not going to get enough information from I could make another one here and then we would finally get the full picture of what's going on.
I don't want it to be other that's in there. He doesn't have an orange horn, does he? Or like a red horn?
He doesn't have horns that you're aware of, though he does wear his cloak pulled over much of his head, so maybe he has them under there.
Gang, what if he's just a rock werewolf and he has to stay chained up here at night? Come on.
That sounds awesome. Let's go in.
Well, I should get rid of these Scooby-Doo holes.
Yeah, let's get rid of the Scooby-Doo holes.
So, I guess
I'm just gonna. There.
Do I need to roll for this, or is my fail decent enough that I can just shut these?
I had you roll for each of them. I'm willing to just let you put it back the way it was without another roll.
Cool beans.
So the door's chained up. That's another indicator that this man is a werewolf. He's chained to the bed. This is double chained. We're in a windowless kind of situation. This guy's definitely a werewolf. We should kill him.
Or keep him alive? Hello?
What? No, what? You want to end up with a werewolf plague?
Do you remember what game we're playing? Beginning of the end. Come on, hurry it up.
Oh, of course. The end is a werewolf plague.
Werewolf apartment.
If your theory holds true, this would be our perhaps first literal werewolf apartment.
That's true. Before we go out...
We haven't rolled nearly enough 20s for that to be true.
Not with me around. Before we go out, I'm going to press my ear to the door and just, listen to see if I can hear any footsteps. And just in case, other, or if that is other in the other room, someone else is here. Because no matter what, Aurkrys has confirmed that at least 2 people have been present.
Have been here, yes.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and make a roll to do.
I'll do wild.
I'll help.
Your experience is similar to Aurkrys. These doors are expensive and nice and rather thick. So you don't hear anything, but you're also not confident that that's because there's nothing to hear.
There's also that damn fountain on the other side.
That does cover us, well...
Providing white noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Squeaky! Now you move through the door. You don't see anything moving or anyone.
All right.
Well, this is... I think that this new information has come to light that would lead us to, that would lead me to want to feel a little more comfortable putting the decision in your hands as to what we should do regarding our neighbor there. This being a former servant home of yours?
My concern...
And currently belonging to a rival household of yours.
My concern is, if Other is truly reliable and trustworthy, I would hate for this to ruin whatever he is trying to do, because right now I could use as many allies as I can get.
I agree. And that's part of why I wanted to investigate this place a little further. I've gotten the measure of him as a person, and he seems to be on the up and up regarding his intentions towards us. I just don't like having one person know things that I'd rather they didn't. Regardless of their affiliations, because affiliations can be so fickle.
That's the
Today's allies, tomorrow's enemies, you know.
Do we even know where Other is?
We do not. For all I know, that could be Other in there right now.
But it's... Looking at the lock, this is the kind of lock that you would do from the outside, right?
Well, you're not in front of the locked door right now, but I assume you mean you're referring to this up here, right?
Yeah, just because, like, the chains are on the front outside.
Yeah, no, this is designed to... I mean, it's designed to prevent entry in both directions, but it's clearly meant to keep inside, God, I'm phrasing this in the worst way possible. You are correct. Because the chains and the lock are on this side, there is no way to unlock the door from the inside, which you could take to imply more keeping what's inside from leaving than preventing entry from the outside. So it does fit the MO of keeping someone prisoner in this room.
Yes, I know all about that.
Yes. Subject material expert here, I can confirm.
Well, sucks, because it would be stupid for us to do all of this and be like, okay, I guess we don't learn what's in the room because I don't want to ruin a friendship.
Oh,
Because like, that's not good television.
This is
it certainly isn't. And so in the interest of making good TV, let's bust in this fucker.
I will weigh in extra diegetically to say there are consequences to either choice here.
Yeah.
Whether if you choose to go in, obviously there's a consequence to that. There are not merely potential, but very likely things that could happen if you choose to not do anything here. So you are making an active choice either way. You are not... Leaving will not just make the story not advance in any direction. So you can make whichever choice you think you want to make.
I just hope we don't fuck things up with Other. I will examine this lock. It seems pretty straightforward in the grand scheme of things, because it's like literally just a chain.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm pretty familiar with these.
The chain is strung between the handles of the door here, and there is a lock fitted to where the chain is knotted together to keep it knotted together.
Okay.
But the lock is nothing special.
Bessia thinks, because of what we're about to do we need... This sounds so stupid. Do we need a disguise of some variety, like just a large cloak?
Because... Oh, yes. Please, don't worry. 2 steps ahead of you. I pull out a essentially a shawl that I use quite often when doing my shady dealings. And for Thessia, I'm sorry, you have 4 arms.
Yeah, no, what Thessia was going to do is that her lower arms, she will just keep folded behind her back. Yeah, so that regardless, it's 2 arms.
Yeah.
You've got a weirdly shaped rib hump on your back. Do you have some form of scoliosis?
Hey, we're all freaks in this city. I'll go grab a rug.
Wow.
So much for hiding our footsteps.
Yeah.
But we're opening the door, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
Well, I'll just I go back in. I grab this rug. I'm just gonna get stuck between the 2 corners there.
It definitely gets caught under the door as you're trying to slide it.
Fucking. Oh, all right, hold on. I pull it back. I start folding it up. I just carry it.
I love that you took like the biggest one.
The runner.
Yeah.
You big womana.
Aurkrys, slightly sweaty, maybe cursing a little, drags that rug end to end down the hallways. You just watch that scene.
Oh, yeah, this will work. With just, I think that's what she'll do then instead, is that her lower arms will like hold the rug in place and all that jazz. Boy, I'm like such a distinct looking person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's probably still gonna be green glowing lines visible here and there, but you can obscure at least much of yourself. And rather than having you make any sort of roll right now, just in the future, if it comes up that it matters whether the person or people who see you now in this state are gonna recognize you, we'll roll then to see how good your rug job was.
Yeah, just cover yourself as best you can, your face, all that good stuff. Leave enough room for your eyes. And then maybe even like use your 2 upper arms to look like wings.
Yeah, I mean, I can just make myself of a fucked up shape.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll undo the chain, and I would like to open this as slowly and quietly as possible. And I'm not gonna like just step in. I definitely want to like take a peek to get an idea of what we're dealing with here.
All right. Yeah, the lock being nothing special and you now being able to shape metal, I think without a roll, you can simply remove it. And given how events have transpired, I'm assuming you're not necessarily going to care. I will ask for a roll if you want to remove it without deforming it at all, in such that you could chain it back up and make it not appear that it had been removed.
I mean, I feel like
if you don't care, you can just be like, fuck, and huck it away.
I feel like that would be kind of useful, right?
Sounds pretty useful to me.
Yeah.
Then you have a free chain you can still use.
I'm gonna roll to die.
Because hey, free chain.
Free chain.
I think it's still a thing of like trying to be in the physical moment. I'm gonna once again do my little rune.
Okay.
And then I gotta do my little extra D6. Yippee. All right.
Okay. An unnatural 20, the spookiest kind.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so you carefully, as small as you can, you scratch the rune into the underside of the lock. And then actually metal, let me double check real quick.
Metal does have some
I don't
difficulty going
misquote
on.
you here. Yeah, metal is still more difficult. So the roll to resist here will get a little bonus, but it's not going to be that much. So I've added an extra d6 already.
Thank God.
The bonus 1d6 coming in clutch.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah. You carefully shape you can kind of feel the interior of the lock, and rather than just distending it entirely, you carefully shape it until it's... Yes, there it goes. You hear the small click as you've worked the mechanism internally with your power, and you carefully slide it off, disentangle the chain, and set it to the side, and the door is now open, or openable at any rate.
Okay. I guess I'll, again, very carefully peek my little nose in there. Oh, I can't.
Oh, there. Yeah, I think I might have put an actual wall there, so you couldn't accidentally... Yeah, okay, so you can't just stumble across it. There you go. So you enter, and I can now reveal the icon here. You can see icon slightly misleading. I'll describe the person first. Lying on the bed here is a relatively small individual, not childlike, but a short person. She emerges just slightly from under the covers, and you can see a sort of reddish but opaque gemstone skin and a singular horn protruding from her head. Her hair looks dirty and a bit matted, and so does the pillow that her head has been resting on. The chain is the chain that you spotted through the hole is strapped at one end to one of the posts, the feet of the bed, and runs up the side of it, where you can see it is manacled to some part of the body underneath the covers here. And as the door opens, this person flips around and suddenly sits bolt upright, and draws, perhaps in spite of herself, draws the covers back suddenly, almost in a sort of protective gesture, and sees you. There's very little other light here, so kind of just sees you glowing there from the small places where the lines on your body are visible underneath the carpet, and Aurkrys, meanwhile, is kind of looming beside you, just barely silhouetted in the small amount of light radiating from your body. And she sort of recoils to the edge of the bed. Who are you? What do you want?
A moment, Thessia.
You're really going to say my name in for this person?
A moment, person. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just a moment.
I put on this big rug and immediately...
A moment, Thessia of House Baetalus.
Kreatar stealth missions be like.
Yeah.
This is the assassin.
Really?
Indeed. And so it seems that this wasn't a waste of time after all.
But what's he doing with her?
Someone already captured her. All right. Look, time to find out. We're not here to harm you.
Then
we might be here to free you.
Are you with him?
Him?
Him or whoever.
Describe him.
Someone. Someone took me from my home. I didn't see them, but they brought me here. They've kept me here.
Have you seen them? Since then?
whoever's here, they try and stop me from seeing them. They wear a cloak like that one's doing now. I think it might be more than one person, I don't know. But someone took me from behind in my apartment. I came up behind me and put something over my mouth, and I blacked out, and then I tried to struggle, but the next
I'm
thing
sorry.
I knew, I was here.
I'm very sorry all of this has happened to you.
Said you might be here to free me?
Might. That depends on how the next few questions I ask go.
Honesty is preferred. It will likely be more beneficial for you.
And I have some water.
Yes.
They look down at this this golden goblet sitting by the wall here. They've not been back to fill it in some time.
Kick it across the floor.
The covers shift, and slowly she reaches over to the side of the bed and kind of pulls herself a little further out. And you can see she is clothed, but her clothes look beaten and a bit dirty. And a leg similarly red in hue slips out from under the covers. You can see the manacle of the chain fastened to it, and kind of clink, 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 as she works her way along the bed and reaches it out tentatively and finally slaps the side of the goblet with it. It's not a very good shot. It clatters more
fine.
sort of this way, but it makes it across the room.
As long as it's out of her reach. I'll pick it up. I'll go fill it up.
I'll just remain in loom.
Mm-hmm. I'll bring it back. I will stay in the bed. I will kind of calculate the maximum length of the chain and set it just outside of that, and then step back.
Yeah. She groans a little and grips the side of the bed again and slips out of it, touches down on the carpet, and you can see that the chain indeed does not give her much space to roam from the bed. She sort of wobbles unsteadily, walks over to it, and picks it up, and her hands are shaking a little as she raises it to her mouth, but then it makes it, and when she gets her first taste of the water, she slams it to her face and drinks loudly and greedily until it's empty, and the goblet slips from her fingers and kind of tunks on the carpet, seemingly not quite intentionally, but because she didn't have the presence of mind and the strength to hold on to it in that moment, and she walks backward a step and almost falls onto the bed again, and the chain smacks against the side of it.
Do you have any sense for how long you've been here?
Haven't seen the light of the rings since, but I think it must be days, weeks. I don't know.
I think back. I think back to when I saw her at the archives. When was that?
That was very soon after the tribunal. You went down.
Yeah, it was like a day or two after.
Wither after that, so that was probably about a week ago.
It's probably been at least a week. Hmm. And so, that means you were likely captured the day. What did your day look like before you were captured?
She puts a hand on her head and shuts her eyes and really seems to think. I woke up. I was out of figs, so I skipped breakfast. I left my apartment. I went straight to the tribunal hall. I work at the tribunal hall as a junior scrivener there, record keeper. It was a long day.
Was it particularly eventful?
No, it was... I didn't get... No, that's right, it was... We were all waiting in anticipation because the tribunal of the Batalus woman was to take place the following day, and so we thought that work was going to get potentially busy then, especially if it ended in an execution. So we're trying to clear out all of our backlog of work beforehand. So I was there late.
There are two possibilities, based off of what you've just told me. The first would be very unfortunate, and that would be that you're lying to me.
She first slowly and then with increasing franticness shakes her head.
The second possibility... all right. Well, let me dip into my knowledge of poisons for fucking mind control. Mind control sauce. Do I know of such a thing that could be used with any sort of reliability?
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like if you did and it were remotely accessible, that
I would be a big fan of it.
Yeah. And since I did not give you that power, I think the logical answer is that, and also given how you answered others' question about the general not super reliability of exactly how your concoction that interferes with the memory works, that seems like a simpler thing than mind control.
Yeah,
so I have to assume,
interesting. Okay.
I have to assume that's something that would be, maybe of interest to you, but you probably don't already know of a remotely accessible and producible reliable way to induce that level of control of another person alchemically.
Yeah, and so I'm reminded of the memory loss stuff that I gave Other because I'm stupid. I'm a fucking idiot. So dumb me. And I'm just like, damn. Shit. All right.
Got.
I got. Though technically that whole situation doesn't involve me.
Well, here we should be, given the way the lines along which you're thinking, we should make sure that we're clear and decisive on the timeline here, because we did things slightly out of order because we wanted to leave Thessia's blow up till the end of last session. So it's probably been scant hours since your own that meeting with
Yeah,
Utter.
so
And
even if he had come back,
you didn't give it to him.
No, I just told him I could
because you
get
didn't
it.
have it on you. So you said you were going to arrange a dead drop for him. So
Yeah.
I have been on the assumption that you have not, that there hasn't been enough time that's passed for that to have happened unspoken off screen yet.
You're absolutely right.
So
she's
probably,
lying.
So probably it's not the specific possibility that you were entertaining there.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just thinking that that she had done whatever she had done, and then was given some sort of memory alteration, some sort of weird drug that fucked with her head, and now she doesn't remember that she did that. But if that's not the case, then she's lying, and that's not good for her. I am going to try to, I guess, sense motive or see if I can suss out any little intuitive piece of information that she is hiding. I mean,
Okay.
I know that she was present, and I know like what she tried to do. But I want to get the sense that she knows what she tried to do.
Okay. Let's see. I guess, I mean, you were trying to compel her truthfulness through the implied threat of harm, so I think you can keep your red for this. So go ahead and make me a roll to do, and let me decide what the DC should be here for the information you're generally seeking. Okay, so this is gonna be about the confidence interval of what you come away with from this. Okay. If you had to lay money, you don't think right now she seems in a physical, mental, and emotional state
to do practice lying,
to deceive you intentionally in a conventional way. You're not like 1,000,000% sure, but it doesn't seem like it's, your hunch is that it's not as simple as just she is lying to you right now in the most straightforward way.
Yeah. Which means
so, have you considered the angle that, sorry to interrupt, but like, have you considered the angle that the assassin they got to do it wasn't her and someone posing as her?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Because if they'd kidnapped her like
she's gone, she's gone.
Beforehand.
They put someone else in. Interesting.
Here's a dumb question. You actually spoke with her. I wouldn't say a lot, but you did. Is her voice the same?
Oh, that's an interesting angle. Yeah, I guess I don't think your red applies for that, but you can roll to do or give me a raw D20 if you're to see how your confidence there.
Oh. Yeah, I feel pretty good, I think.
My man.
The voice that you're hearing now is strained and raspy, probably partly from a lack of recent hydration, and perhaps your mind wanders to the possibility that she might have been, screaming and beating on the wall in hopes someone would hear. But accounting for that, it does sound like the same voice to you.
Huh.
Someone's got some tricky shit that I want. God, I'd be able to frame so many people.
That's just such a funny sentence. Oh, God, I'd be able to frame so many people.
I'd be able to do so many crimes.
The villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit be like...
God, I'd be able to frame so many Roger Rabbits. Well, There are 3 things that I think we can do. We have 3 options at this point. 1, we leave you here. Turn around, pretend we never saw this. 2, I let you go. And you wander off into the city to presumably be executed by your captors. Or 3, I can offer you sanctuary while we figure this whole thing out.
They can't do this to the Scrivener of the Tribunal. They wouldn't. She starts off with a bit of indignity at the notion that if she wandered off into the city, she could simply be murdered so casually, but kind of seems to the reality of her current situation sinks in a little on her as she's saying that, and she blinks and kind of looks at you. There's been... Why?
I can tell you that whoever did this to you has enough power to have had you replaced with somebody who looks just like you. Nobody knows you're missing.
Her face.
Well, they do
scrunches
now. They do now only because that person then tried to... That person who took your form then tried to assassinate... who was it? It was the side...
Yeah,
like the vice scrivener.
Etria's personal scrivener, Curio.
Yeah. Who tried to assassinate Etria's personal scrivener, Curio.
Well, surely no one would possibly believe I would ever.
You're a wanted criminal at this point, I fear.
God.
You ran off. Several people were killed.
How do you know all this then? Wait, who are you? How did you find me?
Who I am does not matter. Not at the moment yet. I found you while I was chasing some other leads on other projects. And now, well, I don't know what to do with you.
Please. I've done nothing.
I know. This really isn't any of your fault, I fear. And yet here we are.
Well, what? Surely if you tell them how you found me and that I don't know anything about any of what you just spoke of.
But how could I prove that? Because it is just as likely that you did attempt to assassinate that person and were captured since. The only thing that doesn't add up is your timeline. The assassination attempt happened the day after the tribunal.
And
when you were here, I assume.
what kind of sanctuary can you possibly offer me then?
One that is slightly more comfortable than this one.
She looks down, the chain shackled around her leg.
One where you will be fed regularly, and I would have no need to chain you to anything. Hopefully.
All right.
All while I get to the bottom of this.
All right. I think I'll go ahead and ask for a roll to do. That being said, before you do, It feels to me, you can argue the point with me if you want, it feels to me like your present approach is more in line with Smiling Eye than Blood Eye.
I think so too. I mean, there is of course the implication that she says no, and I'm like, all right, well,
All right, well, in that case, shivs out then. But for
what I am suggesting,
yeah.
rather than the unspoken suggestion.
So you can roll to do, but you will need to. So I was just gonna say you would need to drop your red swing.
Oh yes, I will drop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go.
So go ahead and roll wild instead.
Okay.
Oh, you just chose the red swing again. It looks like. Oh,
that is roll. What? No. I set myself to none. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Okay. It looks like you're on none. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it said your roll to die. Your chosen.
Yeah, my
swing.
chosen
Right.
swing.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Just go ahead and make a roll to do here.
Okay.
Using your orange.
Using orange.
Orangutan.
So would I roll to die first, or just
no.
do the? Oh, okay. Here it is. Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. No, I get it. I'm still shady as fuck.
Let's see. How do I want to resolve that?
Or actually know the truth.
You see her kind of kick her feet a little, taking what is to you probably a slightly annoying amount of time to contemplate. Really, the only offer she could possibly entertain anyway. It's like some people, you know,
I know they're ungrateful.
They won't help themselves. But that's stupid. That didn't happen. Your eyes glare for a moment. Your third eye glints in the small amount of light off of Thessia, and suddenly you see her. She is in the midst of. She has her hands pressed together and has emerged from the bed to get on her knees on the floor here. Please just set me free. I don't have any choice but to trust you. So if it's that or die here, I'll come with you. I'll do as you say. Just please set me free from this place.
Wisely said. And yeah, I'll pop open the chains as best I can.
Yeah, you don't really need to roll for that. You slide the manacle down over her leg and her foot, and she kind of unsteadily rises to her feet. They don't come often, but they don't come regularly either, so
I know.
if we're going to
We're on our
go,
way.
please let's just go.
Yep.
And hide me somehow.
I'm going to approach first, and
I'm going to go inside this room real quick.
I was about to say, actually, yeah.
Take the blanket, and we're gonna cover her right up.
Okay.
Oh, before we go, I'm going to redo the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess she's not fucking there.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, though.
But if you do that, then they would know that somebody who's able to shape metal was the one to get her out of here.
Possibly. Unless you're really good at it.
Unless you're real sneaky, sis.
I think it would create this weird Houdini effect where he'd be like, how the fuck else?
Shit.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, where he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we just like weirdly, I think the play is remend it because I did the like clean cut and then just do like bolt cutter like yank or something of the sort. That way it looks like, yeah.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to carry her with, I'm going to take her along near the window. That way she doesn't see you shaping.
Appreciate that. So I'll go back and get that sorted.
She is stapled to you. I'll just
Yeah.
I
Oh wait. Am I going the right way?
Yeah, you want to go south.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Thessia, you're going to attempt to make it look as though the lock was just like severed with a weapon of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll to do. Yeah. It's well, you can add your 1d6. You've got time to use the rune and to inscribe it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, so someone with sufficient expertise might look at this slightly askance and be like, that's a weird fucking weapon. Like, that arc is, like, not quite what I would expect, but any remotely cursory examination, it's just gonna look like someone either ripped this off or cut it.
It looks like somebody invented bolt cutters and then used them here.
Oh, Thessia's gonna do something strange. She just had this, like, small brain blast. As she leaves, she is going to drag, I believe it's Kreatar. Which leg is bad?
Oh my god.
Nice.
You were just acting out because you got fired and all that shit, but still, that's funny.
I know from my own mental bagental, the hand he holds his cane in is his right. Oz, you've used a cane more than I have.
Yes, it would be his right leg then if he's using it correctly.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thessia is going to make sure that whenever she gets to, like, a dusty area, because she also has similar, like, reptilian-like feet as him, because Kreatar also, like, doesn't wear shoes, I presume.
Got 3-pronged sandals.
Yeah, Kreatar's feet are...
Hell yeah, this is the discussion I was
This
hoping
is
to
the
have.
title of the episode. Hell yeah.
Kreatar's feet.
Honestly, this is why I'm playing this game.
Send feet pics.
We need them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I had headcanoned for the rest of his body. Because originally, when they were doing concept art, who was it? I think it was Fleecy, had assumed that his body was like, he was like a naga, that he had a full snake body. And I was like, that's an awesome idea, but can't work for this character because they have to walk with a cane. So I'm trying to remember where I kind of left it after that. Yeah, his whole body is not fully avian or lizard-like, but I think his feet... They don't look exactly like yours, but they're you could squint and maybe see some similarities.
Okay.
They've at least got, very prominent claw-like, toenails, quote unquote.
Okay. Then I think what she'll do is she's gonna, like, kind of, when, like, you curl your toes and kind of, like, ball them up a little bit. She'll do that and then, like, drag her right foot a little bit, not extensively. And
you know what this feels like? This feels like the gotcha in an Ace Attorney case.
Yeah.
And then as she goes, she will bring her her thumb down and do, like, a full circle to show where the cane would impact as she goes.
Nice.
Theme of framing a man for kidnapping.
Taking advantage of a man's disability to frame him.
No, that doesn't, like, listen, we're evil campaign, but, like, don't say that. That's vile campaign. That's like being real gnarly.
I'm sorry. I made my character for vile campaign. I heard we were doing bad.
And I am going to, instead, doing this movement pattern, go for the front door.
The door, okay. Are you actually going to leave through the door?
I am going to take a step out, or I'm going to make it so that I would get to one step to the front of the door, and then it would be clear that I would just walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to, as carefully as possible, basically tippy-toe in the steps I just made, to go back with...
To circle back and exit through the window.
Yeah.
And then remember that once you get to around here, the carpet just fucks everything up ananyway, so
Yeah, it's
you're
true.
good to
There's
go.
a giant space that the dust has been entirely displaced.
Yeah. Ooh. Actually, that's... I might be overthinking this. I should probably do the same kind of movement pattern to the door.
Mm-hmm.
So
That way it looks like
he actually, instead of like he just
was the one who dragged
appeared.
the blanket. Yeah.
So yeah, if there is enough time, she'll replicate that process to the door and then carefully walk back on her prints.
If
and
there is enough time, an interesting choice of words.
I mean,
Huh? All of a sudden you hear,
DoorDash! DoorDash!
Oh,
You hear,
shit.
kidnapper! Kidnapper!
like whistling for a dog.
Let's see if there's enough time. Okay. No one visibly or audibly interrupts you as you go and set up your crime scene evidence tampering.
And I don't like notice anything or anyone.
Give me a roll to do.
Oh shit! It's one of those Scooby-Doo paintings. Fuck!
Jesus
Oh.
fucking
No.
Christ.
Nah, you're good.
Ugh.
What about me on the way back from my little adventure?
I know
Well, unfortunately, you had to detour to go to Italia.
sometimes I
You're
feel
right.
like the Foundry is like, oh, you're bad guys, you should roll bad. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's how it
That's
works.
Bad campaign. And so, yeah, no, I will, peek out the window, make sure everything's cool.
Yeah, you let's see. I guess we'll just you're sneaking out now. So, yeah, you get back to the window. Or I guess, yeah, are you gonna bother trying to leap up to the windowsill from the carpet? Well, the carpet's gone, actually.
Carpet's
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, all right. Well, from the area the carpet was on.
I mean, to be fair, there would be no dust from where the carpet originally was, so we can
That's
walk
true.
pretty cleanly here, and then we can just like
Mhm.
You
jump
can
to
walk
the
cleanly
side.
up to this point. I didn't ask for any sort of roll jumping down to the carpet. I might ask for a little roll to do just if you're trying to avoid leaving any indication that anyone used the window as a point of entry or exit.
Hmm. Yeah, that'd probably be a good thing to do.
And also, someone's going to have to presumably carry Soteria
Mm-hmm.
for this part, at least.
Fuck.
I'm right now wearing a rug.
You are wearing a rug, and I was like, you have 4 arms, and that's pretty distinct. You have very nice flowy hair, and so if you're holding her behind you like backpack style, like, I don't know, she might figure out it's you by your shampoo or something.
If she works at the tribunal and I am as distinct looking as I am, she will know exactly who I am.
Yeah, that's bad. No, we're just 3 people. We're just walking.
Okay.
If anything, actually, I think Fessia might, before you like go out the window, she might be like, should I remain here to give you some distance and then
That is a wonderful idea.
I will do that?
I would just say wait, give it about 10 minutes, and then you can depart as you see fit. We should meet up. We should deign to meet up within an hour. If you don't show up, I will know that there is trouble.
Nods.
So we should establish a meeting point.
Trying to think of a way to describe it.
How about the place we met before we got here?
Lovely.
Yes. All right. I'm sorry, I never got your name.
Soteria.
Soteria. All right. Soteria, you're going to come with me. You may call me Galden.
She nods and kind of blinks blearily. She's been having, even with how much of the light is blocked by the curtains, even the small amount of true daylight is very hard for her to look at right now, it appears.
Probably best if you cover your eyes.
And she does so and kind of feels her way forward, lets you guide her toward the window opening.
And we hop on out.
All right.
And there's the police.
We're the cops! All right, so Thessia, you're going to hang around for about 10 minutes before exiting yourself?
Yep, and I'm going to be listening as carefully as possible for, like, doors opening or movement in here, and I'm going to get ready to just, like, if I hear a sound, I will probably just get ready to bolt.
Okay. And you're going to stay in here and listen?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best course of action.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. No. You stand here on this this barren space of floor where the carpet was, with an ear perked up, trying to listen around the thankfully left open doors to hear if there's any movement anywhere else in the apartment. A minute passes. Another. The tension kind of mounts for a bit, but in the end, no, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Do you wish to leave after the 10 minutes?
Yes.
Take a nap.
I cannot fathom what benefit it would be to set all this up and then to be like, aha, it was me. Did you like my little trick? Don't tell anyone.
Leave some fail graffiti on the wall. Thessia was here. Palaikaios sucks.
Scratches out Thessia was here and puts Palaikaios was here. Thessia sucks.
All right, so you're going to head out the window yourself and then move to meet up with the others?
Yes.
Okay. Well. Let's see. So Wither, you had your little adventure off to the side there.
Yeah.
We leave. Where the hell is Wither?
Yeah. I think the timing's probably gonna match up decently here. Let's see. Let me get you back to here. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. Let's see. Yeah, you're on red 5. Let me just fix that. Wither's already on the right swing, and let me give you a Soteria here. Yeah. Okay. So, minutes later, I guess we'll zoom in a little. Minutes later, when you were speaking to Thessia earlier, Aurkrys, I assume you intended she was gonna meet you, here. Yeah, just a little ways away. Okay, yeah. So you kind of huddle off to the side, unobtrusively, with Soteria with the blanket draped over her in the best impression of a cloak that you're able to muster. And before long, Thessia catches up to you from one direction, and you see Wither ambling down the street from the other.
And Soteria is here?
Soteria is still with Aurkrys, I imagine, yeah.
Do I meet up with you?
Yeah, I don't think... I think...
Or was that not the intention?
That is what I said, and
See, I thought you were like dropping her off somewhere and like getting her locked up or whatever.
I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I don't trust her, but I also don't want to lock her up yet. I'm in a weird halfway point with her.
Leave her somewhere with me.
Yeah. Okay. Just take this child.
Ooh.
I
She's
think
not a child, just small of stature.
yes. I think what I will do.
Here, I'll correctly add her to your inventory rather than
Yes.
Thessia's.
How far away are we from the tower?
Quite.
Pretty far.
You are quite far from the tower because you are at
Yeah, I
the
thought
very
so.
top of the city. Ironically, you're not that far from the Baedalis estate.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You're not that far from Thessia's home. You're not that far from the Tribunal Hall. You're not that far from the
Just drop her off
marketplace
at the
that you
Tribunal
visited the
Hall.
other day. Like, there's probably a couple. I mean, you're also,
I'm going-
guess, you're not that far from where Kishal Hadis lives.
Oh boy, I'm not doing that.
I'm just naming places that are
Yeah.
publicly known to you in the audience, but it's not implausible you might have other places around here that are at least passingly familiar
Yeah, I'm
ground
gonna
for you.
I'm gonna put her behind a tree over here. I'm just gonna like stick her behind this tree.
Just straight up put her in, like, unobtrusively off in the shrubbery.
Basically, just going to say stay put, or hey, it's your life. And
Yeah,
with
she
as
silently nods to you.
as readily as I can say that.
I mean, we can also do the spy thing where you two sit on a park bench and then I sit on the park bench behind you. We don't look at each other and
Yeah. Let's see if we could do that. I just say keep your head facing forward.
I mean, if you really wanted to
There
be
are
the psycho
people-
in this, you could, like, when you sit down with her on the bench, wrap your arm around her, like, over the back, and then, like, keep your hand on the back of her neck so she's, like, forced to look that way.
Yep. Just gonna, hey, as readily as I can say this, I'm like, hey, your life is on the line. Don't fuck around.
She wordlessly nods.
Hello, it is me, Wither. Twice-born of the White Temple.
The White Sanctuary.
White Sanctuary. I know. Words.
Thessia will give a friendly wave
Blasphemy. Executed.
to Wither and, like, gesture to, like, take a seat next to her.
Okay. And so, the plan, as it stands right now, is I plan on doing a little bit of a goose chase, just to make sure I'm not being followed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Real quick, I just want to check something. Thessia, are you still wearing a carpet?
No, I absolutely would have dropped that. There's no way. If I was sitting at this park bench with a rug,
Yeah, like, that would certainly attract more attention than normal from most people. I just wanted to establish whether, because this does mean Soteria will at least plausibly see you. Not
I
that she'll
told her to
necessarily know
keep-
you were the person with Aurkrys before.
I like my hand. So our benches are facing opposite to each other.
Okay.
My hand is on her neck.
Okay.
She is not looking back.
Okay.
You could just tell her to
Oh,
keep
okay.
her
Oh,
eyes
right.
closed.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
In that case, I just have to correct. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And so from here, I plan on. I plan on taking Soteria back to my domicile for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
She will be safe there. And while we try to figure out exactly everything that went on, and then we make our move from there. You, in the meanwhile, I don't think you can put it off anymore.
No.
And to our other friend who is here, we will explain the situation to you. Perhaps we really need to give you guys code names.
Are you referring perhaps to me, Wither, a well-known Twiceborn, seated here next to Thessia of Batalis?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
We will explain later.
Yes.
Ooh, Wither. These two, more than before, stink of hiding things. It's that same, it's that old, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Is it hiding things if we're like, we will tell you?
I mean, you're correct about that, but also intensely trying to hide your identities from Soteria and to hide Soteria from everyone else.
Well,
Yes. And so I will do a little bit of a goose chase about, making sure we're not being followed, and then I'll take her to my domicile while she gets better.
understood. I have matters to attend to anyways, and if you need me, I think you can presume where I will be.
You should tell our friend about what happened.
That I can do. Well, if that's all.
I believe it is.
She stands up and then gestures for Wither to follow. I will elaborate on the way. So, did you have a nice stroll?
Yes. We met a rude person.
It's not exactly uncommon, but were they at least uniquely rude?
No,
No,
they
that's
were the same kind of rude as we have been told people in this strata often are.
How did that make you feel?
Small.
Well, that's not very fair, is it?
No, because she was smaller than we are.
Hmm.
It does not make sense.
Was she a child?
Almost not anymore.
I see. What did she do to make you feel small?
Talked to us as if we could do nothing. We offered services.
And they brushed you off.
Yes, and give us alternate services to provide instead.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, because that's not my job, and it's your life to do with as you please. But I feel like if this person made you feel small, the easiest form of retaliation would be to do not what she requested of you.
Just to make her feel bad.
Shrugs,
Or
if you want.
no, she can still be of use.
In what way?
She was the normal kind of rude, but she was a different kind of person. The best revenge is giant skeleton, Sebastian. We have plans we have discussed with Servitor. We are going to learn from many people.
Yeah, I didn't
People
like that.
like you and other educators and normal people and other small people.
I think that's wise. You need to have a broad basis to come to better conclusions.
You can still teach us, even if you are not permitted to teach those at the college.
Well, to be fair, I technically can't teach you runes. But when it comes to people, I can certainly try my best, though I fear I may be quite poor at that. But...
Oh, excuse me.
Back your head explodes.
No, JFK!
Aurkrys, you are supposed to cover your mouth. That is what killed us the first time.
I'm sorry.
But, maybe you can learn what not to do from me.
That is a good starting point, we suppose. Who is that child?
Looks over her shoulder. That's what we're trying to figure out. They were being held prisoner in an old Baedalis estate. They seem to have been captured even before my tribunal. And more than that, I need to actually get clarification from Aurkrys. It sounds like she might be being framed for attempted murder. Someone looked nearly identical to her.
Somebody does not like Etria at all.
No. Seems
And
that
now
way.
begins me brainwashing her into assassinating Etria herself.
Yes, good.
I will make an honest, framed victim out of you.
So, that's why we have procured her. We're hoping to get more information and also to get her out of a possibly worse position. As far as what will happen after that, all forearms shrug. I am uncertain. This was kind of a split-second decision.
What are we to do about the other meeting?
Ah, there is that. Kinda...
We do not have all of the time in the rings to
No.
waste on a feeble person.
No, but a feeble person needs time to rest. And while she rests, we will attend the other meeting.
Very well.
That's my assumption, at least. Well, I don't know if it interests you at all. I'm going back to my family to tell them I'm a big failure. So, if you want to spectate, you're more than welcome.
Truly?
That's the most excited I've ever heard you, which is sad. Yes. You're welcome. As you are a friend.
God, it's taking every fiber of my being to nah, I'm not gonna resist. You said that, and I just thought, theme of disappointing your family.
Here I go. I got fired for doing super drugs. Not my fault, though. I'm going to my secret tower.
It wouldn't be the first time it happened to me. Believe me, life goes on.
There are bigger drugs and bigger schools.
Well, do you actually want us there, or do you just need another distraction?
Technically, I don't need you there, but I'm offering in case you were interested, in case that was something you wanted to do. I don't want you to feel like I'm just trying to ditch you again, or again makes it sound like I try to. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to avoid you, or, as you've learned today, people can be rude.
You have not done that. We understand you are just busy. Pulled in all directions, your spiral is being unwound from the inside out. It is fascinating.
That's a very polite way of saying a mess.
You're dying in a strange, fucked up way. It's cool.
Girl, just die already.
Roll another 2, why don't you?
Well, if you find it so fascinating, you're going to see me unravel a bit more, if that intrigues you.
Very well, we will witness your downfall over dinner.
I mean, as she walks, she just kind of throws her arms out. I have to hit the bottom soon, right? Like, I have to.
You say that, and you kind of like pause as if waiting for an answer from the universe, and the fact that one doesn't come is perhaps a little concerning. In its own way, you're like, I don't know what I was expecting, but...
One of the other things that I was going to do, I don't think it's going to matter too much, and I forgot to bring it up because I didn't want to interrupt RP and all that. I was going to do a cursory look around to see if Other was snooping, because he does have a habit of snooping.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll to do.
Oh, okay, that's not the worst.
That's not awful.
I'll state for the record that this is hypothetical. I'm not confirming nor denying whether there is something for you to find here.
Yeah. Just doing it for the sake of doing it.
You don't catch sight of him.
I think, as Thessia goes, I think she just, like, kind of out loud is just like, I hope we can have a conversation and come to an understanding why this has happened. Just in case he is around.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, like the age-old strat of just like you're sitting somewhere by yourself and being like, I know you can see me.
Saying that every 5 minutes so that one person's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
If you're reading my thoughts, you're a loser.
The FBI. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh shit, dude.
Oh shit, we need to hire this person.
Yep.
That's how I got my job.
FBI stands for fucked badly in it.
There's 2 eyes.
And so Wither, you're going back with Thessia to witness, to just bear witness to
the horrors. And then afterwards, since I don't imagine we're doing the other meeting this evening, they'll probably scootily do back to Peregrine and be like, hey, you'll never guess what happened today.
Oh, it's fucked up. All right, well, do we want to end it there? Or do we want to do... Because I'm looking at the time. We're a little over 3 hours. I don't know what's going to happen.
I feel like the only thing that could happen is me telling my family that I lost my job. But I think this is an okay stopping point because then it also gives you time to figure out what the fuck happens with this decision.
I mean, I've already thought about what I've already given some thought to that because I thought it was possible it would happen this session. But that being said, I don't think I want to feel like we ought to like I don't want to have an eye on the time and be like, let's wrap this up.
No, I get you.
Because so I think it's best that we start there next time.
Sure.
And that'll also give me time if there's anything I want to prepare on Aurkrys's end. I don't think that there will be, but Austin can think a little bit about what the specifics of what he wants to do with Soteria in the immediate term.
Geez.
If there's anything we want to implement there. Yeah, your scheduled meeting with Glint is fast approaching. You have just a little more time to prepare or perhaps scout out the meeting site before that. And so that may be next time as well.
Yippee!
Woohoo!
We learned today teen girls are mean, and spooky houses are spooky.
Oh,
If you combine them, then you get the horrors.
the horrors.
The horrors.
All right, then let's sign out there for tonight.
Yeah, say goodbye to everybody. Toodles.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And welcome back to the present, everyone. It's me, Present Aram. Thanks, Past Aram, for pitching it over to me. You're welcome, Present Aram. I place this message in a bottle and fling it into the future. And I know I said there wasn't going to be time travel in this game, but if you'll permit me. I love this episode. I'm very proud of the description I wrote for this episode. Aurkrys confronts a threat to his monopoly on imprisoning people in shadowy secret rooms. There's some really fun irony, I feel, in the fact that Aurkrys, of all people, was the one to be like, oh man, I can't believe someone kidnapped someone and stuck them in a closet. I better get them out of there. And, you know, it's nice for Thessia to be able to, you know, have a nice, relaxing day out on the town after getting fired. You know, treat yourself. Thank you all for coming out to watch tonight. If you liked what you saw, there's some links I'd love to throw your way. Right here on the Twitch page, you can find a link to the Stabbiness Discord if you're not already on there. That's where the discussion channel is, and also where you can submit fan art for the game. Stabbiness YouTube is also linked on here. That's got all the episodes on it as a backlog. And the other place you can find all the episodes is my Patreon. That's got all of them, plus a whole bunch of bonus content, like I mentioned before the stream. Icons, maps, lore, bonus episodes. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. And by rupees, I mean like $5. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's episode. We are slowly inching toward the climax of another arc, and you're going to start to see that come together over the next couple episodes. I'm quite excited about that. But for now, that will be all from me, Aram, here tonight. Thank you very much for watching one last time. And we will be back next week with another episode at the usual time, 6 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, right here on twitch.tv/stabbiness. And for now, have an evil night and a diabolical rest of your week. Ooh.